Alright, so it's recording already?
Yep.
Alright. Hey, team. Welcome to our office. First of all, thank you very much for your willingness to serve this Christmas. Christmas services are huge. They're booking up at all locations. I expect in the next couple of days that all locations will be full, so that's massive. We also get a lot of people engaging with church life that normally wouldn't engage with church life. So it's a great opportunity just to bring the message of the gospel and the true meaning of Christmas back to the front of people's minds. And so I'm just super excited to see what God's going to do through these services. Something else that's really exciting is we're just pressing into new ideas and, well, not new technology, but stuff that we've never done before in order to help all of our locations stay more connected, and so that we can just continue to grow as a church and as a team and still maintain that one church, one team vibe. And there's some stuff coming up at Christmas, there's some stuff coming up actually on Sunday that we're gonna live cross between hubs, and all of this stuff just helps to build and maintain that connection between all the locations. It's new, it might sound a bit scary, it kind of is a little bit, but I'm just super excited that we're doing this stuff and that we're stepping into new areas, and then over the months and years to come, we'll just continue to be able to build on that and build the connection between our locations across all of the locations of Nexus. But to give more context and detail, over to you, Andy.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so if you're watching this video, you're part of a serving team on Christmas Eve, whether that's part of band, vocals, or production, and this information is going to be relevant for you because it impacts everyone. And I'm particularly going to focus in for a sec on some stuff that's going to be heading out to the hubs. You'll be getting an iPad and like a 3.5mm jack so that you can connect that iPad into your sound system, into your Yamaha TF console. So the purpose of that iPad is so that we can send click and comms from Everton Park to your location in a synchronized method. So we're running the same worship set at all locations across Christmas Eve, and so that will mean that the church is like worshiping and singing the same songs all together at the same time, all locked into the click. And so that's really cool. We've never done that before. That's kind of the new thing for this Christmas Eve. Also part of that is that I'll be service producer for that service, so my comms will also be going out when I specifically need them. So if you're in the room at Everton Park, I'll still be able to talk to you like normal, but I'll also be able to talk to hubs when I specifically require. And the main time that we'll be doing that is for the start of the service. We'll go into more of that detail a little bit later. The other thing that's coming out to you guys at the hubs is BSG. So because of the massive increase in complexity, particularly in audio, we just feel that we need some more technical reinforcement there to really help you guys along and make that service really successful. So they are going to come at 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve. They'll be arriving at your location at Sanford and Sandgate. And they will be running audio for the service, including IEMs for the band and the vocals. So band and vocals, you'll have your regular IEM mix effectively, although obviously it'll only be the people that are in the room, plus the click and the guide and my comms from Everton Park. The way that we're doing that is there'll be a secondary YouTube link that will be opened on the iPad. It'll get piped through, and that'll keep us all in lockstep. It'll be pretty cool. So I'm going to throw back to David for some timing and rehearsal information.
Okay, so the way that we'll run rehearsal is that each location will run their own rehearsal. Both Sandgate and Sanford, you guys can use the bounce of the click and guide track that I've done and popped into the Slack channel. This is me communicating to you now, Josh and Tommy, but if you guys can bring your laptop along just with that bounce, we have a USB DI at each location, so we won't need the 3.5mm to XLR, so that's all sorted. Andy just confirmed that today. And then you guys will run your own rehearsal. What'll happen then is at 5:10, we will run a coordinated run through at all locations with click, guide and comms coming from Everton Park, and Andy will coordinate that. And we will basically do a simulated service start. where Andy will do the countdown, and then we'll launch into what will be the front end of the service. And the way we'll run the front end of the service is Andy will count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Then we're going to leave a 5-second buffer for the worship leader in each location to just do, hey, welcome to our Christmas services. Why don't you stand and join us as we sing together? Launch track. So that will just give each of you the opportunity to just speak and do a quick greeting and a welcome right up front. The track will go, and then we should be away. So we'll rehearse that at 5:10 on Christmas Eve. And then following that run through, once we've got everything confirmed and working and all of that kind of thing, then each of us will go back to our own rehearsals. We've got an item to run at Everton Park, but if you guys need to run through some other stuff at each of your hubs, then you're free to do that. If we have a complete technology failure and we just actually can't get that rehearsal working, then you guys will have the click and guide there, and that will be Andy's call in conjunction with the teams. He'll coordinate to see if we can troubleshoot or anything, but in the end, Andy's just going to make the call. All right, we're doing it together, it's all stable and it's all working, or he'll go, actually, the risk is too much, let's just coordinate starting the service at 6:30 and 5 seconds to start the track. That's not the option.
That's worst case.
That's, so we do have contingency in place if we just do that run through and it just doesn't quite work out as we've hoped and actually as we've already tested. So yeah, all of that work's gone in and it's stable. So that's in place there. So you don't need to worry about all of that. We've got plans in place. We've got contingencies.
Yeah. And on that, I guess getting comms back from hubs to me, I'll have my laptop in front of me 100% of the time on the Christmas Eve service. So please make sure that you're communicating back immediately via Slack if there's any problems. I'll have that open in half my screen. So if there's something relevant that needs to be broadcast to the entire hub team across Everton Park, Sandford and Sandgate, I can immediately talk on my comms, or I can just immediately chat back to you in that Slack channel. So please use Slack to communicate any issues or anything that's going on in those hubs that we may not be aware of. I think that's pretty much everything that we wanted to get through right now. Again, like David said, thank you so much for serving. It's a big time of year. We've got a lot of exciting things to do and a lot of people to reach. So yeah, it's a really good opportunity for us to all get involved and learn something new. So yeah,
Absolutely.
cool. All right. Well, we'll see you on Christmas Eve.
See you on Christmas
Bye.
Eve. See ya.